I have a question for you. Would you consider yourselves maybe social media savvy? Christina?
Obviously.
Obviously.
Yeah.
I had a feeling you would answer. Brian?
I'm not sure I understand the question.
Please.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, not as many as most. I'm not on all the platforms, but you just can't keep up with it all.
It's
a
hard
lot.
to keep up. It's
a lot.
time consuming.
Yes.
I would consider myself not at all. Maybe in between Christina and Brian. That's where I will sit comfortably. So the reason I asked you that is because we know it is always changing and evolving, the social media world. There is a workshop happening in Winston-Salem right now that can actually help parents and educators stay on top of the latest apps and technology and teaches them enough to really know when to be concerned. So the centers around safety. So let's say good morning now to Kristen Dokas. She is joining us live. She is the founder of Social Savvy Workshops in Winston-Salem. Kristen, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for being with us. So the first question here, why is communication with your child so necessary when it comes to the evolving technology out there?
Communication is always important everywhere, right? However, when it comes to the technology that our kids are using, they don't have the emotional capacity to truly deal with all the things that they are going to encounter online. So if you have an open door of communication, it's a safe place for them. I've seen a lot of parents that, will shut down with the absolutely not, you can't do this. And that just creates a defense, right? So if you are open with conversations, you're not judging, especially as we get in, you set it early on. Kids are getting cell phones and tablets and smart devices a lot younger than they were, even 5 or 6 years ago. So, as you're giving over this phone, you start with that open communications at a very young age, so that when the things start getting a little bit more complicated as they get into the late middle school, high school days, they're going to feel more comfortable coming to you if something should come up.
And Kristen, one of the most important things we all know is that you have to continue to monitor your child on social media, even if they are at that threshold or age where the app says it's okay. Yeah. So how do you walk that fine line between monitoring and stalking, as I'm sure many children would consider it to be when you're watching what they're doing online?
It goes back to communication. So one of the monitoring app that I recommend, the only one that I recommend, is called Bark, B-A-R-K. And the reason I have always endorsed Bark is because it's not mirroring your child's phone, right? So you're not taking your kid's phone, punching in, opening up the apps and looking at all their posts and their DMs and things of that nature. It alerts you when they may be going to places they shouldn't. It does a red, yellow, green light type system. So if you get a report at the end of the day and it's all greens, things are great, right? If it's yellow, it gives you an opportunity to say, hey, I noticed that, certain words that you were using that may not be appropriate, or, certain sites that you were going to, we've discussed that you cannot. It also monitors the most sites out of any of the monitoring. So it's not a tracking or stalking type thing. I don't agree with adults and parents who just want to take their kids' phones, log in as them, and then go look through every single, it's a complete invasion of privacy. And yes, every single parent will say, I pay for the phone, there is no such thing as privacy. Well, guess what you're completely slamming down? You're slamming down any chance of open communication. And there is going to come a point, I have 3 young adult daughters, and it happened with every single one of them. There's gonna come a point where something happens, they come across something or they witness something that if they can't feel like they can safely come to you, you're not going to know about it. And it could be, and we've seen it with the messages and the DMs that go around when it comes to things that go on at school.
A lot of what you're talking about, Kristen, is setting boundaries, with your kids and not overstepping, but at the same time you want to protect them. Can you talk about how to have that conversation with your child about setting those boundaries? I recommend basically a smartphone contract, right? It goes through the things of, here are the things that you're going to agree to, whether it's a time limit. Some parents don't want their kids to have their phones in their rooms when they go to sleep, which is a great idea, right? It's kind of goes down to, it's your family, your rules. Give them an old-fashioned alarm clock or wake them up. That's always the kid's response. I need it for my alarm. The boundaries are, a lot of it is how much time are you going to allow them to spend on it? I mean, we need to all get outside, put our phones down, get outside, or read a book, an actual book. But it's the expectations. I, as a parent, expect that if your grades go down, your phone privileges are going to decrease. It's the old parenting thing of the punishment should justify, or the crime and the punishment should match. If they're late from school, what are the rules of usage, if you will.
Okay.
Kristen, really important conversation. I know we could talk about this for a while. We thank you for joining us here on our show.
Thank you for asking.
Oh, of course, anytime. And for you at home, if you are interested in participating in a workshop, you can find more information at social